Good day, I'm Brother Eric Kalugdan. Currently, I'm the president of Infotext. God has blessed us year 2001 ng sarili nating IT business. And currently, I'm also the president of the COP Entrepreneurs Fellowship. You can scan the QR if you would like to contact me or reach me if you have any questions. Yung topic po natin today is about finance, no? Personal finance to be exact. And before we start, ang kailangan talaga nating malaman is ano ba yung expenses natin for our basic needs. Sabi nila, ang basic needs is food, shelter, and clothing at may bago na rin ngayon na basic need din, Wi-Fi. So, kailangan alam natin ano ba yung expenses natin for these basic needs. So, for example, for food, ang budget natin is 100 per meal times 3 meals a day times 30 days. Pwedeng karinderya food yan, pwedeng good for one, good for two. So, sabihin na natin 9,000 pesos siya a month, no? And then for clothing, let's budget maybe 1,000 a month. For shelter, 9,000 a month. For electricity, 3,000 a month. Water, 200. And Wi-Fi, 1,800 para pwede daw mag-live stream at mag-YouTube. So that's a total of 24,000 a month. And iba-iba to, depende sa atin, no? So siguro after this video, ang assignment is computein nyo ano yung equivalent sa inyo. And pwede ring magdagdag ng items like kung mayroon kayong mga maintenance medicines, that's also considered basic needs. Ang kailangan lang is makuha natin ano yung amount na kailangan so you can live comfortably kung ano yung lifestyle nyo ngayon. So in our example, that's 24,000. Now, yung next na kailangang alam natin is yung financial stage natin. So, there are four financial stages. The first is the surviving, meaning yung kinikita mo hindi enough to support kung ano yung basic needs mo. So, kailangan mo ng third party para suportahan ka. Like, makikitira ka muna sa kamag-anak mo, yung pagkain, papakainin ka muna instead na bumibili ka para sa sarili mo, and so on. So, that's the surviving stage. Next is the sustaining stage, meaning enough na yung kinikita mo for your basic needs. So if your basic needs is 24K, yung kinikita mo siguro sa sweldo, for example, maybe 25K or 24K, then you're already sustaining yourself. After that is you're successful, meaning hindi lang ikaw yung kaya mong suportahan, kaya mo na ring suportahan yung ibang tao, like sarili mong pamilya, mga anak mo, no? Or pwede ka na rin mag-start ng sarili mong business, no? Yun yung stage na yan. And lastly is yung significant stage, no? Ito yung stage na hindi lang ikaw, hindi lang yung immediate family mo, kundi ibang tao rin yung natutulungan mo, no? Yung mga philanthropy, diyan na bumabagsak yan, yung mga malalaking mga donations, diyan bumabagsak yan, no? At talagang free ka na sa kahit anong gusto mong gawin, no? Kahit kailan mo gustong gawin. Now, para mag-akyat from one stage to the other, it's all about proper budgeting, no? So, sa budgeting, merong apat na, kumbaga, envelopes or apat na categories. The first one is yung tithes, no? 10% ng kinikita natin is not ours. Kailangan nating ibalik yan. Kasi pag hindi natin ibalik yan, ibig sabihin ninakaw natin siya, no? So, kailangan nating ibalik sa Diyos yung tithes na yan. So, that's one. Second is seed or sowing or offering or savings, no? So, depende sa situation natin. We can seed that, sow it as an offering or save it, no? And then third is yung needs natin. Ito na yung basic needs, yung kinompute natin kanina na 24K. And then four is yung wants, and kung may sobra pa, seed ulit or sow ulit, no? That is our wants. Ito yung mga luxuries in life, yung mga Starbucks, mga branded na accessories, no, mga high-end na mga gadgets and so on. So, yung sequence nitong mga budget na to, importante rin. Number one and number two is always the first priority. Pagpasok ng income, kailangan mo nang itabi yung tithes dahil ibabalik natin yan sa Diyos. And yung savings, kailangan nakatabi na rin yan, no? Or yung offering, nakatabi na rin yan. Tsaka pa lang papasok yung needs, no? Ang problema kasi sa iba, nauuna yung number four, paatras sila. So, unahin muna nila yung kanilang Starbucks, yung kanilang mga accessories, gadgets, and so on. Saka pa lang yung needs nila. At kung may matitira, saka pa lang sila may maiipon at ibibigay na tithes. Yun po yung maling way. Kaya hindi po sila nagsasucceed financially. So, yung pagbabudget, ito yung hindi nila tinuturo, no? Usually dapat nagbabago siya depende kung nasaan ka financially, kung anong stage ka na. So if you're on a surviving stage, yung ako lang recommended ko na percentages ng pagbabudget is this one. So T is tithes, S is your savings or sowing, and then N is for your needs, and W is for your wants, no? Yung mga luxuries in life. Yung white numbers, ito yung percentage. So, tithes is always 10%. Savings is 10%, yung recommended ko. And yung needs mo, yung matitira na lang doon, which is 80%. No? And yung wants, kapag surviving ka, wala ka dapat wants. No? Wala ka dapat ina-allocate for Starbucks, wala ka dapat ina-allocate for eating out, wala kang luxuries in life kapag surviving ka. Kung gusto mong maging sustaining at maging successful, wala dapat yung wants, zero dapat yan. So for example, ang kinikita mo is 10,000 pesos. So 10,000 times 10% is 1,000. Ibabalik natin yan kay God. 10,000 times 10% is also 1,000. So yan yung itatago na natin as our savings or ipon, no? Or isosow natin part din yan. And then yung matitira, 8,000 pesos, yun lang yung para sa needs natin. At kung mapapansin mo, kulang siya dun sa 24K na kinumpute natin kanina, kaya ka nasa surviving stage, no? And para lumampas sa surviving stage, kailangan ganyan, zero yung iyong wants, no? Tithes, savings, at needs lang yung may laman dapat. Now, kung for example, na-promote ka or nakahanap ka ng ibang way to earn money, nag-side gig ka, let's say umakyat yung income mo to 34K, no? Pag umakyat yung income mo to 34K, yung budgeting mo pwedeng ganito naman. So, tithes is still 10%. So, 34 times 10% is 3.4K. Yung savings mo, pwede mo nang taasan to 15%. So, that's 5.1K. Yung needs mo, bumababa. From 80, naging 70%. Pero kung mapapansin mo, 24K yung amount. Which is, yun yung kinumpute natin kanina as your basic expenses. So, covered na yung iyong basic expenses and you're sustaining yourself, no, if you have 34K in salary. Tapos dito, pwede ka na rin magkaroon ng wants, which is 5%. So, meron ka ng 1.5 na budget pang Starbucks, pang eat out, pang bili ng gadgets or what have you. Now, kapag nag-increase pa lalo yung income, let's say naging 40K, no? Pwede ka nang mapunta sa successful stage and yung budgeting mo pwede ring mag-change ulit. So 10% is still your tithes, 20% sa seed, 60% yung iyong needs kasi pag tiningnan mo, 40K times 60% is still 24K, which is yun yung kinumpute natin kanina na basic needs mo. Hindi siya tumataas kapag lumalaki yung income. Dapat fixed siya. Okay? Now, kapag lumaki pa ulit yung income natin, pwedeng mag-change ulit yung pagbabudget natin. Tithes is still 10%, savings is 20%, yung needs natin, nangalahati na lang, 30% na lang in percentage. Pero pag kinumpute mo, 80K times 30%, it's still 24K, which is again, hindi nagbabago yung ating expenses for our basic needs. Dahil diyan puwede nang lumaki yung ating wants to let's say 40%, 'no? Part niyan you can go on a vacation na or part niyan you can donate and seed more and so on. Okay? So, dito sa surviving stage, ang focus mo is on your essential needs, no? And also, as much as possible, cut on your expenses. Zero na nga yung wants mo dyan. Kung kaya mo pang babaan yung iyong needs, edi mas mabilis kang aangat to sustaining or successful. Sa sustaining, ang kailangan naman, yung sinisave mo is your emergency fund, no? Maybe 6 to 12 months times ng iyong monthly expense. So, for example, ang monthly expense mo is 24,000, i-multiply na lang natin sa 10 months, that's 240K. So, pag nakaipon ka na ng 240K, yung pwede mo namang susunod na pag-allocate is business capital. And in this stage, no, sabi nga sa Proverbs 22:3, the prudent see danger and take refuge. Your refuge is your emergency fund. And after that, you can now start your own business pang capital, no? Mas less yung risk at hindi ka kinakabahan, no? Kapag nag-start ka ng business dahil meron ka again emergency fund. Now, when you reach the successful stage, ito na yung stage na pwede ka nang mag-expand ng business mo or mag-expand ng career mo, mag-diversify no, ng iba pang pagkakakitaan. And dito rin yung stage kung saan pwede ka nang kumuha ng medyo higher risk na mga investments, no, like stocks, no, yung mga iba pang investments like investing in another business and so on kapag nandyan ka na sa stage na yan. Dahil pag nag-skip ka, nako, malaking problema po yan. Malaking stress, no, para sa inyo, napakataas na risk nun. So yung investment, lalo sa, let's say, sa high risk ng mga stock market or other businesses, dito po dapat ginagawa during your successful stage. Now, when you reach yung significant stage, ang iniisip mo dito is yung generational wealth na. Ano yung mapapamana mo sa mga anak mo, sa mga anak-anak, sa anak ng anak mo, or yung apo mo, no, or yung mga philanthropy work. Sabi nga sa Proverbs 13:22, a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children. Okay? Now, with man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. That's from Matthew 19:26. Sinasabi ko nga lagi, if it's difficult, it only takes hard work. What we're looking for is the impossible. Because in the impossible, God moves. He makes miracles. Now, let me end my presentation with our verse, no, from Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Kahit wala kang kaplano-plano sa buhay, si God meron para sa iyo. Ang plano niya, to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. That's it. Thank you everyone and I hope this helps.